So boys, remember when I told you about the power of the mind and the power of visualization and self-belief? And I was telling you boys about how I'm going to prove to you in real time how powerful the mind is. I went from minus £100 in my bank account, literally in an overdraft. I had no money. I had minus money. I was at the airport and my girl's from Thailand and she was going back to Thailand for a couple of months to go and visit family and just spend some time out there, go and visit her old high school friends and stuff like that. And she was begging me to come with her. She was basically saying, like, please come and see me out there. Please come and see me. I'm going to miss you. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I've never been abroad before, prior to this point. Never been abroad before. Never been on a plane before. Raised on a council estate, you know, broke, struggling. We don't have money for holidays and shit. So it was rough. And at this moment, I looked her in her eyes and I said to her, I gave her my word. And I always preach to you boys the power of, you know, becoming a man of your word. And I said to her, I promise you, in August, I'm going to be in Thailand. I said that. I spoke those words into existence. Now, at the time, I had minus money in my account. I had no idea how I was going to make it. Absolutely no idea. But I promised her. I said that I'd do it. So by any means possible, I would be in Thailand in August. And guess what? I'm recording this on August the 17th. I've got here on August the 8th, I believe, is when my flight landed. And I've been here for nearly 2 weeks now. I think, if not 2 weeks. And I've made it, boys. I'm going to show you the pool as well in a second. I've got a gym in there. There's a pool on the fucking roof. Waking up to this every morning. It's constantly 30 degrees. Everything's cheap as fuck here. But I literally went from minus money in the bank account to not only buying a fucking flight for Thailand. Go and Google how much they cost because they're expensive as fuck. But then having more money left over to spend here. Like, money's not even, it's nothing to me now. It's fucking bad. How I've literally gone from one side of the spectrum to the complete opposite just from implementing a certain spectrum of aspects into my life, which I will talk about more in depthly in a couple of other videos while I'm here. I want to find some time to just sit and talk to you guys because it's quite busy and loud right now and it's fucking boiling hot. My phone's overheating. So this was just an update on my life at the moment. I have made it, as I always do. I told you boys I'd make it. I told you boys I'm going to prove to you in real time how powerful the mind is, and I fucking did it. I went from my little council estate and I did it. And I'm here now. So there's two things I want you to remind yourself of whenever you're feeling low, whenever you're feeling doubtful, whenever you feel like you can't do anything. Visualize the life that you want. That's number one. Because that's literally all I did. Every single morning I just visualized myself on the plane with my headphones in, sat in a certain position by the window, looking out the window with a certain song playing. And that exact visualization came true. It's quite scary how it happened. Now, not always, the universe doesn't always give you your visualizations or your goals in an expected way. Sometimes it will throw it at you in a very unexpected way. You'll still get the same result, but you might have to go through a weird process of going up and down. And you might be asking yourself, like, why? Why do I feel so low right now? Why am I going through this struggle right now? Why am I going through this shit right now? That's simply the universe molding you into the kind of man that can handle the life that you are visualizing. So me having to go through all that struggle, having minus money in the bank account, etc., etc., having to go and get a 9-to-5 again because I was desperate and thought, shit, I need the money. Going through all this weird process of back and forth, I had to go through that struggle. And at the time, it was just annoying. It was just painful. It was just low. It was a low moment in my life. But I had to go through it in order to then realize the lessons needed for me to live the life that I visualized in my head. For me to actually make it to Thailand, I needed to learn some lessons. I needed to have the right mindset for me to actually make that a reality. So just remember that when you do visualize your goals, that the universe will give you your goals, sometimes in an unexpected way. So just trust the process, even if you feel like you're going through shit, even if it doesn't seem like you're going to get to the end. I promise you right now, if you keep visualizing it, if you genuinely believe that you can do it, you believe you are humanly capable of doing it, it will happen. But it might happen in an unexpected route. So just keep that in mind. Number one, imagine, visualize the goal that you want, and obviously take physical action towards that goal. Now, it doesn't actually matter what it is that you do, because your subconscious mind and the universe will reveal that to you in due time. For me, for example, I didn't know how I was going to make the money, and in such a short space of time as well. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I simply trusted the process. I simply learned. I educated myself every single day. I woke up and read books. I listened to podcasts. I did this. I tried new things in my business. I tried those things that I was putting off due to fear or laziness. I implemented them straight away, just boom, like that. I took action. I just did more. Action. And that's how your visualization, that's how you kind of manifest, I guess you could say it in a practical way. Your mental and your physical need to be in complete harmony for you to actually get the visualization in reality. And you do that through imagining what you want and believing that you can get it. That's the mental side of it. Physically, you must just do the action. So for me, it was uploading the videos, trying new things, creating video courses. That brought in a lot of money in such a short space of time. I was putting video courses off for so long, making excuses for it, being lazy. Maybe a bit of it was fear. As soon as I implemented it, boom, money came in. The visualization came true. So that's number one. Just remember your visualizations. Remember to imagine what it is that you want and action yourself physically towards it. Number two is, I guess it ties into self-belief, because the whole time I was doing it, I did have my doubts and I did have my moments where I felt low, where I felt like, should I just give up? Should I just tell her that I'm not going to make it or whatever, or we'll do it next year or some bullshit? Every single time I had any negative thought like that, I observed it. I didn't just resist it. I didn't just lie to myself and say, no, I feel fine. I don't doubt myself. I completely observed it. I was honest with myself. I identified it as a negative. I gave myself freedom of choice, and I simply chose not to listen to those thoughts. Because why would you feed into anything that takes power or strength or productivity or strength of mind away from you? Why would you feed into anything like that? So if you're getting thoughts right now where you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know if I can make that YouTube channel. I don't know if I can get that girl. I don't know if I can make that much money in that short space of time. Don't listen to those thoughts. Observe them, analyze them, ask yourself why you're getting them, but don't feed into it. Don't let them grow. Because the whole time, even when I was working my shitty 9 to 5 for two shifts, because I literally just quit after 2 shifts, I was like, fuck this. I remember washing some dishes, washing some like coffee cups or something, and getting coffee stains all over my uniform because some fucking guy ran into me and spilled coffee on me. Just feeling really low, like I was wanting to give up. It was 4 a.m. shifts as well, because it was at an airport job. So it was really, really draining. I was sleep deprived and everything. The whole time, every single time I got a negative thought, I simply just analysed it. I didn't resist it. I let it come in. But then I simply just chose to think positive thoughts instead. Just believed in myself. No, I'm going to pull this off. This will be a success story for me to tell one day. This will be something to look back and just laugh about. That's what I thought. And that's exactly what happened. So positivity will always give you power. Positive thoughts will always give you strength, and it'll always allow you to maintain that self-belief. And that's the most important thing you need. If you do not believe that something can be done, you won't be able to do it. The reason why I took that 9 to 5 job for 2 shifts for that period of time, because at the time I was desperate and I believed that was the only way I could make money at that time, quickly, right? And consistently. As soon as I flipped that belief, changed it. As soon as I just genuinely chose to believe that I could make money like that instantly from thin air, from different streams of income, and then I simply put my mind to it, I educated myself, I learned, I went out of my comfort zone and I actioned things that I didn't do before. That's when I started to make more money than I've ever made before. Instantly, so fucking quickly. And I think your self-image is very, very important in that. You must believe that you are the kind of guy that can do that. Because I think a lot of us, especially for me, you detach yourself, or you attach yourself, to an old self-image. Maybe you in high school when you used to get bullied, or when you used to be shy, or when you used to be broke, or whatever it may be. You attach an identity to those moments in time. And it's only when you remove that and you upgrade your self-image and you start to, through visualization, just believe that you can be a different guy, whoever you want to be, you can live a life that you want to live. That's when you get to the point where it starts to become real. So, just a little update. I know this wasn't the most valuable thing in the world. I'm pretty much just chatting shit, but I just wanted to update you that I made it here. It's fucking beautiful. I've got more content than I know what to do with, and it's all going to get revealed very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Look after yourself. The coaching's down below. The video course is down below. If you're struggling with anything sexually, it's down there as well. Come and talk to me. I'll see you soon.